Hi, this is Brad from PST Engine Jacket. Today we're going to show you how to put a PST engine jacket on and the optional cold weather panel. I've laid one out here. After you get it mailed to you or whatever, lay it out with the back side shown, and you'll see the directions for installing are on the jacket themselves. There's numbers next to these grommets, and there are reference numbers for bungee lengths. There's a 4 and an 8. There's also different directions. This slides over shifter. There's skid plate holes on where to put your skid plate mount through. Also the model and serial number is on here too, and then there's also directions on how to mount it to the shrouds. This is actually off of a 16 to 18 KTM 450 SX XC. We also send a kind of a general installation guide on to-dos and what not to-dos along with the jacket as well. From here we're going to actually put one on. Today we have a 2017 KTM 500 EXC. Opened up the package and we've laid out our bungees accordingly. These are 4-inch and this is a 6-inch. First thing you want to do is drop the skid plate. We also have a couple fasteners that are marked on the engine jacket that you replace your standard fasteners with. The first place to start is on the right hand side, kind of behind the clutch area. And we'll install a couple bungees here to hold this side of the bike. So what we're going to do here is put a 4-inch in. This is marked 4-inch. And what I like to do is come in from the back side with the bungee and then feed it through the grommet here, and then just pull it around and hook it over the bungee. And that's one mount there. Another 4-inch is marked and it goes right above the foot peg. So feed it kind of behind. Everything's kind of loose here to begin with until you get more bungees on. So hook this one here. And then you can tuck in on this side, you can pull out and tuck the engine jacket in to make a little cleaner look, like that. And then you can roll these bungees in behind so you don't see them, like that. And from here we're going to go around the other side of the bike. This side's held, so we're going to go around the other side. And you can see there's some skid plate holes that are going to go through, fasteners will go through the skid plate. There's two on the frame on this one and one for center mount skid plate, which we have the center mount skid plate. So pull this around, and first thing we do is slide. There's a slit in here, and you slide your shifter, slide it over the shifter, and it pulls it in like that. And you'll notice there's a cutout here for the foot peg on the left side. And then we'll just start attaching bungees. This is a 4-inch that goes kind of behind the frame here. So push the bungee in, grab it, and then come through the back side. Like this. And then just roll it over. Holds that in place. We'll go down to here. Bring one around here. You're just trying to get everything in place, and then you can start putting your fasteners on the radiator shrouds. There's a small one here that we put in because on this particular model we can't slide the whole bungee through the slot here, so we put the smaller one in. Whoops. And this will look loose at first, but after you get all the fasteners in place, you'll kind of see it'll tighten up. we have one more down below here, 4-inch. It goes underneath the frame, and it holds the cover down, keeping it tight. That goes through. And just flip that over like that. And just kind of pull the cover. We got one more 6-inch. That goes through the top here. And that slides like that. You can rotate these bungees so you can hide the balls. And then this piece here gets tucked underneath here. That just holds it in so it's not flapping. All right, now we got 2 fasteners on this one. The lower radiator louver bolts get removed. I've loosened these up just so it speeds things up here. And the inner one. The inner one gets replaced, and that's marked on the jacket itself. Gets replaced with a longer bolt. And we have washers that go over both. This one, I have a couple extra bolts here I'm not supposed to have. Okay, that goes there. And you can see this hole will line up with the center mount, and these will actually line up too. You have to pull them tight, but they line up with the frame mounts. Now we have a strap. It's a take-up strap, and what it does is it holds the material down away from the pipe, and it actually holds it in behind this oil cap. So we're going to snap this on. Most of the models do come with a take-up strap like this, and then we're going to roll this over, and it holds it down and holds it onto the. You can kind of pull it down too to tighten it up, holds it onto there. And then the skid plate, we're going to roll into place. So just pivot it up, and as you're doing that, you can tuck in the loose material on both sides and bring it up. This is kind of the not so fun part, is to get the hole lined with the material. You have to be a little patient here. Then you just tighten up the skid plate. Right there. And it's all held in tight. Now that that's finished, we will show you how to install the optional extreme cold weather panel. It's real simple. This rolls up in about the size of a cigar. You can put it in your backpack and toolbox. Very light. On real cold days, where snow is hitting the top of the cylinder and cooling and you need more temps, you can put this optional cover on. That goes right like this. First thing you do is take out the outside lower louver bolt, install the washer, and slide this through. And don't tighten it yet, just kind of finger tight so we can move it around. Bring this around. We have another 4-inch bungee that's marked on the back of the cover that goes in here. Oops. Come in from the back side. Unhook this. We can roll that out of the way. And then this mounts through a 6-inch here. Drop down. On the back side of this also it says tuck, and I'll show you anywhere they say tuck is what you'll tuck it underneath the shrouding. So hook this bungee in, hook it up, and you can roll it around the backside so you don't see it. Pull this up tight, and then this gets slid on the back side here. Slide underneath, and then this also slips underneath like that. Just like that. So on the cold days, this will provide a shield. It'll drop the snow down away from the exhaust and top of engine. That is it for the install on the 17500 EXC. Like I say, most of them are pretty much the same way. Sometimes we will drill some holes through the shrouding and attach. Most of them are right about here if we do that. If we can't attach somewhere on the louver, we'll drill a small hole, 5/16 hole, and actually put a push pin in, and that'll be your pivot point to roll down. From here, our venting, you'll pop the, show you here real quick. You drop that down. Let's say your temps are a little bit warmer, you're on the trail and you want to roll this down. Just leave the bungee in place. This will fold down like that. That's the first stage. Just like that. That lets some air out of the radiator area, a little bit out of the engine area. You can go further and just pop the bungee and snap it back in place so you don't lose it. And you can roll more of the jacket down and so on. And that just folds on the inside like that. And that is it.